Hi everyone, it's Marshall here, and on today's video I want to talk about the law of attraction and why some people find it really difficult to connect with the law of attraction. And I want to share a few tips that I've worked with on myself personally that has really made a huge difference. So, number one, focus on really double checking whether what you're feeling in your heart is marrying up with what you're thinking in your mind and the words you were saying. It's very powerful. And everything really, its true seed is from the heart. Our ability to receive, our ability to give. One of the first starting points is in the heart chakra. So what we really want to be able to do is, if we're feeling a desire for, actually, I want a new job, or I want to buy a home, or I want to buy a new car, we first want to make sure, well, is my intention right in my heart? Is it then connecting with the thoughts that I'm thinking? Am I regularly feeling that particular vibration, that energy of me feeling, yes, I have that particular thing. I can see myself driving that particular car. I can see myself living in that particular home or signing the contract to that particular job. And subconsciously, that should then connect with the words we're saying. Are we saying them from a place of, I have that particular thing? Or am I coming from a place of, well, actually, there's lack in the words that I'm using? Which means I'm not vibrating on a position or a level that says, okay, right, Marshall, I'm actually now achieving that particular thing that I want, because it's marrying up with the language or the consciousness and the feeling that I have in my heart and in my head. So that's one thing that's really, really important. If things aren't manifesting, that's a really good starting point to just check, how are those three areas really married up together. Another thing is, are we remaining happy regardless? And that might sound a little bit of a contradiction from the first point, but it's really important that even if we do want to manifest something, it's important that we still are able to remain happy regardless if we have that thing or not. It should never determine our ultimate happiness. It's okay to feel happy if, you do get a new job, you do get, the dream car, you do get to speak to and meet someone that you want for a business opportunity. But it shouldn't be your main reason for happiness. That's not really truly connecting to your source. So it's often a test that we find from the universe is to feel in our hearts, right, can you remain happy regardless if you don't have this thing? And if you can remain happy, if you don't necessarily have that thing that you want right at this very second, even though you can still connect to it, you are closer to achieving that particular thing. Because the universe wants to see, if is it going to determine your happiness or not? If it can ultimately connect to and see, then it's not determining your happiness. You have more of the ability to handle when that thing actually comes to you. And another point that I want to mention, that I've actually realised works really well for me, is the ability to let go of the timeline. So it's saying, okay, I need this thing by this particular point. Why hasn't it happened yet? Again, it's quite closely linked with both of the first 2 points, really, but it's absolutely essential, if we do want something, that we have the strength to let go of when it needs to manifest by. Again, we need to be able to work in a paradoxical way to understand that for things to actually manifest for us, we have to put the energy out there, but also be willing to let it go. We need to be able to raise that to that level of vibration, but let go of when it happens. And that's our ability to say, yes, this is something I want. Yes, it'd be great if I could have it. But ultimately, when it manifests is exactly the right time that I need that particular thing. And by coincidence, maybe, by us having that ability to let go of the actual when it should happen, and when it should be, and how much this particular thing is, it will connect to our happiness and also connect to our ability to connect to the heart, the head, and our words. So it kind of all combines with the ability of reverse engineering, seeing it where we want to get to from the final place, working backwards to actually recognize, right, these are the steps that I need to do to get to where it is that I want to get to, but also be willing to let go and understand that it will happen at the right divine time. Right, that's me sharing that. It was only a few minutes. They're just 3 very, very straightforward tips that I've been implementing for myself to actually help manifest the things that I want. Love to know what you feel. Write in the comments below. Share what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Actually, Marsh, it might be this, it might be that. There's so many ways. But like, share, add some comments, and I'll see you next time for the next video.